हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। ओके। हरे कृष्णा, इज इट बेटर नाउ?
Oh, far better, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I just switched it to microphone. Okay, Jai, worked. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Oh, no, Prabhuji.
No?
Yes, we
It
can
was
hear
gone
you.
low.
No, even now you can't hear me?
We can hear you, Prabhu.
We can hear you, bro.
It's clear, na?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is fine, Prabhu. This is fine.
Okay. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivara Hari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivara Hari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tirabana Shama Yashodanandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tirabana Shama Jana Ballabha Girivara Jana Ballabha Girivara Yashodanandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tirabana Chari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Nandana
Prabhuji, not able to hear, Prabhuji.
Tirabana Chari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha. Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha. Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranithai 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 Jaya Gauranithai Jaya Gauranithai 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 Jaya Gauranithai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol। श्रीमद् भागवतम ग्रंथ की जय, श्री श्री निताय गौरंग भगवान की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय, श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, ऐसी भक्त वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गुरुतिषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाय हिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हुक्म करोति वाचालं पंगुलंगायते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमां वन्दे श्री गुरु दीनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सह अभ्यान्तरं शुचि श्री विष्णु यतोदर्पणमर्जनं भवमहाद्ववाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयकैव चन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दं बुद्धिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वत्मसपनं परं विजेते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं नामकारि बहुड़ा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रादिपा नियमित स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशं गिरिजाननुरागः तृणादपि अमान्य मानदेन कीर्तनैः सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितं वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे बहुतद्भक्तिरहोइतकी त्वयि आनन्दतनुकिङ्करपतितमां विषमे भवां बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजधूलिसदर्शनं विचिन्तया नयनं जलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुधाय गिरा पुलकिर्निचतं वपगदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुष प्रवर्षायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दं विरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतं पिनस्तु मामादर्शनं मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा विधातु लम्पतोलं मत्प्राणनाथस्य विवनापरा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा माताजी, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। हैप्पी एकादशी, कामनी एकादशी फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। am I audible? Clear?
చాలా తక్కువ ఉంది బ్రో. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, దండవత్
हरे
వాయిస్
कृष्णा
తక్కువ ఉంది బ్రో.
सुनो। हरे कृष्णा, 1 second. हरे कृष्णा, is it better now?
లేదు బ్రో.
No phone.
కొద్దిగా ప్రొజెక్టర్ బ్రో.
At least it's fine for me, Prabhu.
Fine for you? Somebody
It
say.
is fine, Prabhu. It is fine.
కొంచెం బెటరే ఉంది ప్రభు. పర్వాలేదు.
Okay. Is it better now?
ఎస్ ప్రభు. ఇప్పుడు చాలా బెటర్ ఉంది ప్రభు.
Okay, thank you for joining. Shilpa Mataji, thank you for joining. Dandot Pranam, Vanilla Mataji,
Dandavat
Prasad
Pranam,
Javadi
Prabhuji.
Prabhu, Kamya Mataji, Pawan Prabhu,
Prabhu Krishna,
Ramadhan
Dandavat
Prabhu,
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Gora Prabhu, Dandot Pranam, Dasraj Prabhu,
Prabhu.
Asa Mataji,
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavad
Prabhu,
Pranam.
Dandot Pranam Prabhu, Yakinchan Prabhu, Shobha Kumari Mataji, Dandot Pranam, Shri Gopal Prabhu, Madhavi Mataji, Padma Mataji, thank you
Hare
for
Krishna
joining.
Prabhuji, thank you, Prabhuji Dandavat.
Mahesh
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna
thank you for
Prabhuji,
joining.
Dandavat
Deepa Mataji, Shilpa
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna Prabhuji.
thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Swapna Mataji, Dandot Pranam, thank you for joining. Santosh Aitri Prabhu, Raju Prabhu, thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. I'm very grateful you took your time out. Today is Ekadashi, a very special day, for devotees, right? But unfortunately for non-devotees, it's a Monday. Even for devotees, it is a Monday. Um, I wish the day will come when we will have more time for Krishna Bhakti on Monday than Sunday. So we all are praying and practicing this spiritual life. So the day will come when we all will go back to God, and all the 7 days will be the same. 7 days filled of satsangs and kirtan, devotee association, God's association, and so many nice things, right? Unfortunately, we are in this material world, so Monday is a Monday, right? Hare Krishna. And the chapter that coincidentally came to me in the series of Bhagavatam, I could not join last 2 days for the classes. Please forgive me. It's not well a little bit. And one of the days I also had my own satsang. So the chapter that came to me is chapter 10 in Canto 8, right? Which is a battle between the demigods and the demons. After the Samudra Manthan Leela, after the Amrit is given to the Devatas, the demons are not happy because the whole effort that they made, the demons have got the, Devatas have got the nectar. So they're not obviously not happy. But now, the Devatas are also more powerful after the Samudra Manthan Leela. So how is this chapter applicable? I was just thinking, how is it applicable? The battle between demigods and demons? Because today is Monday, is applicable. Today our battle starts between our spiritual consciousness and our material consciousness, right? Material consciousness is demoniac, and spiritual consciousness is the consciousness that takes us back to Krishna. So the battle between demigods and devatas is happening every single day, especially on Monday, because the whole weeks of tension activities in the office place is all created. Well, you can say that there are many professions, business, administrative work, or computer work, or why are you calling it demoniac? Because actually, the karma, that kind of karma that we are doing right now, is ugra karma. No, it's not karma that is natural. It's very unnatural way of life we all have chosen, and we are trying to lead a very unnatural life. This going to company Monday morning, working like whatever till evening, then going Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. I'm not sure what designations you hold in your offices, but from a transcendental perspective, these are all demoniac designations only. There's nothing glorifiable about it because we completely lose our natural cycle of uh, leading a life where we see sunrise, sunset, moonrise, and we don't go to the nature. We hardly see the outside world. We're all just working Monday to Friday. It's like demoniac life, right? But still, the good part is we all have taken up devotional service, and certain days like Ekadashi are important for us. And because we've taken a devotional service, we chant every day, even though we have so much commitments, work commitments. Still, we try to chant our rounds and try to be in association of the holy names. And on weekends, we try to be an association of devotees. So, my humble request, Prabhuji and Matajis, please don't take the satsangs lightly. Very dangerous, extremely dangerous. Don't trust your mind. Prabhupada many times told, mind is like a tiger who's seeking to devour you. Mind is like a monkey which likes to run around. And if you trust your mind and allow your mind to detour you from devotee association, then it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Without your awareness, you'll develop awareness towards devotee association and satsang slowly. And slowly, without even your knowledge, we will be drifted away from Krishna consciousness. I know many devotees, even in our satsang you are seeing, they're barely visible in satsangs now. The same devotees who used to attend the same classes like this, like you're all attending, the same devotees who used to be very serious in taking up extra services have suddenly vanished. Why they vanished? Because they trusted their mind. And the mind is a very tactful player. It exactly knows where to pull your false ego. And right now, our ego is transforming from false ego to true ego, from ahankara to service towards God, or from ahankara to saying that I'm not the karta, Krishna, you are the karta, I'm part of you, I'm your servant. That is the transformation that's happening. But when we trust our mind and start listening to our mind, slowly that ahankara will come back. Slowly that ahankara will come back. And uh, that ahankara itself will tell you that who is somebody to call me to a class? Don't I know? Listen to these words, huh? Don't I know? I know better. Why is this fellow telling me again and again that satsang is important? Can't he understand my life? Can't he understand my priorities? Can't he understand what kind of impractical satsang is this? All the time pulling, saying that I'm doing so many services, still I'm being commented upon. Still they're telling me, why am I not coming? Still this, still that. Who is speaking right now? Can anyone guess who is speaking? You are not speaking. Who is speaking?
Mind.
Maya
Your
Devi.
ahankara, your
Mind.
ahankara, your mind that is enabled. Enabled your ahankara is speaking. And after that, there is no looking back. Khatam. Rojan Matajis, we are on an edge. Never think that we are in a very safe spot in spiritual life. We are always on the edge, like this cliff, and you're right at the edge, right? And even a little, Prabhupada says many times, even a little negligence kill us. And the murder doesn't happen, suddenly with some knife coming into our stomach or a bullet hitting our head. It happens in a very gradual, subtle way. And we are spiritually killed. Yes, it is possible. Don't think that, I'm immune, Prabhu. Come on, Prabhu. It's okay, Prabhu, once in a while. No, you're dealing with Maya. You're dealing with mind, which is instrument of that Maya. So we all have to be very careful. These Ekadashi days, we have to chant more. They're called Madhavatiti, right? The Ekadashi are Madhavatiti. So a time when we have to invest more time. And why we are reading Bhagavatam on a Madhavatiti is because we are adding more time um, to win this battle between mind and intelligence, to win this battle between ahankara and servitude, right? We're trying to win this battle, and we will never win this battle. I'm sorry to say, we'll never win this battle. This battle will go on till we die. But the devotees who remember that we are in this battle, the devotees who are always taking shelter of devotees, the devotees who are serving other devotees, the devotees who are continuously, sincerely, punctually, regularly uh, participating in satsangs are the devotees who will finish their life successfully. Yeah. What is the meaning of finishing the life successfully? To be completely Krishna conscious. And that's not in our hands. Yesterday, in the satsang, we were discussing about Rasikananda Prabhu and how he served his guru at the order of his guru. How was he serving his guru? For a long time, we discussed, almost 2 hours, 20 minutes, or more. And Have you seen anywhere he was spiritually negligent? Even though he was so much advanced devotee, even, in a such advanced state, he would be so obedient to his guru and to the Vaishnavas. Even though he is very senior um, among all the Vaishnavas, still he would not judge any other Vaishnava, and he would make sure that his entire time is used in serving Vaishnavas. Uh, these kind of uh, these kind of pastimes are very critical medicine for our spiritual life, right? And every satsang, uh, see, devotees are coming and going. We're all into services. Prabhuji and Matajis, remember that our services support our spiritual life. Our services support our spiritual life, but the strength for the service is our sadhana. అర్థమైందా? Our services are supporting it, but the strength of our service is our sadhana. Because without proper sadhana, if you do service, then that service, first of all, will not be appreciated by God Himself. And second, that service can also enable false ego. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Our good chanting, our good hearing, huh? What is it? Nashta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Nityam bhagavata. It's not like once in a while on a choice bhagavat sevaya. No. And bhagavat sevaya is not only the service of reading Bhagavatam, but also serving the Bhagavatas. Right? Nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. We have to always be in access to this uttama shloka, Krishna, in the form of Bhagavatam and in the form of satsangs. Never take them easily. Never think that your service will save you. Your service will only save you when your sadhana is good, right? And your sadhana is good when you are doing good service. So it goes both in hand. But more than that is sadhana, always, right? And our sadhana includes uh, good chanting, right? Good number of rounds. When you say good number of rounds, quality rounds, you should try to. I know it's difficult. I'm telling this to you. My chanting might be difficult today, but doing it as a in good quality and in good quantity also, right? Prabhupada told both. Quality should be good, quantity also matters. So good chanting, good reading, good hearing, right? And then good service, right? Otherwise, that service will eventually pull you down, you know. So we should be very careful. So this chapter is the battle of demons and devatas, right? Battle between them, devatas and demons, as good as a battle of our own in our spiritual life between our mind and our intelligence, our material desires and our spiritual aspirations. It's the same battle. Hare Krishna. So I'll read the first verse. Most of the chapter is fighting only. All when I saw this chapter, I was like, my God, barely it has a purport. But the mere recitation of Bhagavatam itself is purifying, because it is happening in the presence of God. All these leelas are happening in the presence of God, where the devatas, they're fighting with the demons are fighting with the devatas. Sometimes demons become more powerful, sometimes devatas become more powerful. And when demons become extremely powerful, then devatas go and take shelter of the Supreme Lord. And as soon as Supreme Lord comes, everything is auspicious. As Supreme Lord comes and he delivers everybody, right? Defeats all the demons. So let us, I'm just going to read translations, not many of the verses, only the first verse I'll read because that's the format. And wherever there will be purport, I'll read the purport. So just pay attention and just hear it, right? And pray to Lord Krishna that this conversation that Sukadeva Goswami is speaking is going to purify your heart and is going to give you enough empowerment to face the remaining Ugra Karma week. So we all remain spiritual till Friday. So again, we are there for our more services on Saturday. So thank you. Shri Sukha Uvacha Iti Danava Daityeya Navindan Amritam Nipa Yukta Karmani Yathascha Vasudeva Paranmukha. Translation and purports by His Divine Grace A.T. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, 8th chapter, 8th canto, 10th chapter, first shloka. Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, the demons and daityas all engaged with full attention and effort in churning the ocean. All engaged, O king, the demons and daityas all engaged with full attention and effort in churning the ocean, but because they were not devotees of Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, they were not able to drink the nectar. Hare Krishna. Yes. Text 2. So I'm just reading. Please pay attention. O king, after the Supreme Personality of Godhead had brought to completion the affairs of churning the ocean and feeding the nectar to the demigods, who are his dear devotees, he left the presence of them all and was carried by Garuda to his own abode. Right? So the churning lila is over. Nectar is given to the devatas. And the Supreme Lord has left the place. Now the devatas and demons are supposed to coexist, but a new battle starts then. Text 3. Seeing the victory of the demigods, the demons became intolerant in their superior opulence. Thus, they began to march towards the demigods with raised weapons. Right? So, obviously, demons cannot accept devatas being happy. Right? It is so apparent even in today's world. Yesterday night, I had seen a video so horrible. Rath Yatra is happening in Canada, and these demoniac people who can't tolerate even devotees doing service started throwing eggs on the Rath. Can you believe it? Right? They're throwing eggs on the devotees when they're doing Rath Yatra. They're pulling the cart. Some stupid Varna Shankaras, they bring these eggs and they started throwing on the cart of Jagannath. Oh, Krishna. How horrible can it be? I know people are averse towards religion, people are averse towards devotees, they think devotional service is waste of time, people are sentimentalists who practice spiritual life. But when would you see that people are throwing eggs, something which is completely unacceptable, on deities, on people, right? This is Kali Yuga for you. This is called demons. They can't keep quiet. They can't just keep quiet. They have to keep creating some disturbance. But devotees did not stop. They just continued the Rath Yatra. Obviously, they must have felt, what is this? I had sent one video, one person, he went into the Govinda's restaurant in London, and he went inside, took non-vegetarian with him into the restaurant. and he opened the non-vegetarian in the kitchen place, when they're cooking there. And he asked them, so you don't serve non-veg? They said, no, we are Govindas, we are a godly serving restaurant. We don't. And he opened there and he started eating there. And not only eating, he was eating in a way that everybody can see. Create distance in their consciousness. Like
He was
half the
also actually sorry to interrupt, Prabhuji. He's also actually provoking the devotees there. Do you want to eat? Do you want to eat like that?
what kind of world it is becoming, turning into. Huh? I don't know who those people's parents are. They should be blamed for putting such a burden on the planet. Why did you create a burden and throw that burden on the planet, which is what Arjuna says, first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that if we kill all these warriors, women will be polluted and Varna Shankaras will take birth. And that's what you can see. They're so envious, so envious. Demons can't accept it, bro. And it's only going to become worse. It's only going to become worse. And demons not only appear like uh, people with big horns, that is old style demons. Now, new style demons are even high court judges who pass judgments that Sankirtan cannot happen in the houses. Hare Krishna. Right? Uh, it's only going to become worse. Kali Yuga is progressing very fast, and we all have to increase our sadhana. We all have to, become more fixed and more united. Don't ever think of trying to stay away from devotees. Prabhujis and Mataji, I'm telling you, don't ever. There is always a trick Maya will throw in front of us. You know, unless our health is bad, unless we are not in a position to get up, there are only two reasons not to come to satsang. One, you are in ICU. Two, you are dead. Only these two things. You're not coming to satsang. Otherwise, there is no question. We should structure our life in because it's a lifeline, Prabhu. Just imagine, Prabhu, this week you are going to be attacked by Maya. There is a scheduled attack of Maya, and you have not attended satsang. How much power do you have to sustain that? And the worst part is, earlier the gurus and shishyas used to stay in the same gurukul, right? Or they were very much in touch with each other physically. Who would even know if there is a fall down in your life? You are the only person who will know. Monday to Saturday or Sunday, I don't know, whole week, if there is a fall down in your spiritual life, you would not even discuss this with anyone. Because if you discuss, izzat jayega na. Arey Prabhu, I'm preaching now, a fall down has happened, but how can I tell? And I may not be able to preach. Nobody listen to me. Or people misunderstand me in satsang. So you're even hiding your fall down, which is okay. I'm not saying fall down has to be glorified and exhibited. But what is your savior for the fall down? What is your savior for fall down? Right? Obviously, our own intelligence and knowledge currently, our realizations are not enough. If they're enough, why are you still alive in this material world? You would have gone back to Krishna. You're still here because you're still a patient. And a patient needs regular medicine. A patient needs regular association. Uh, and without regular association, you cannot face the attacks of Maya. Prabhupada, he could dare to leave Vrindavan and go alone to the west, but he told nobody ever dared to repeat what I did. It was such a bold step to do that. His entire spiritual life, he put it on risk. Of course, we cannot consider Prabhupada as an ordinary living entity. He was Shakti Avatar. But his example and his telling and also explaining how to apply that example, right? It's very, very important. We understand. 1 second. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So text number 4 is happening. Thereafter, being enlivened because of drinking the nectar, the demigods, who are always at the shelter of the lotus feet of Narayana, use their various weapons to counterattack the demons in a fighting spirit. They had to counterattack. Text 5. O king, a fierce battle on the beach of the ocean of milk ensued between the demigods and the demons. The fighting was so terrible that simply hearing about it would make the hairs on one's body stand on end. So, huge battle has started. Huge battle. Lives are being, people are being killed. Even, just imagine, even you are in this material world, working in this IT companies or whatever, Ugra Karma platforms. You think that, okay, I should get relief. You go to heavenly planets. What is happening in the heavenly planet? Same thing is happening. And more gory it is happening there. Heavenly planet, the effect is even more. You feel the pain even more in heavenly planet. Can anyone tell why? Why do you feel the pain of demoniac attack more in heavenly planet? Can you think of why? The effect of uh, Maya's attack or demoniac attack is there here also and there also. In Bhuloka also, in Swargaloka also. But you feel it more there. Why?
Because you have some pleasures and you don't remember Krishna at all.
Yeah, you're more disturbed.
More
There
disturbed.
when it comes, you're so much in happiness, right? You're like filled with nectar, apsaras, gold, shining jewels, comforts, no disease. Actually, it's explained in heavenly planets there is no death also. In the sense that you don't die on the heavenly planet. Like you don't see a dead body being carried in heavenly planet. Like there is an antim sanskar and all that. That happens here, right? That doesn't happen in heavenly planet. You know how people die in heavenly planet? There is no disease. The birth is there. You appear on the heavenly planet, and there is no disease, and there is no old age, and there is no death also. In the sense, when your time of death comes, you are there in the heavenly planet. When the time of death comes, you just leave the heavenly planet. You are just taken away from the heavenly planet, and then you die. Right? Like that it is. Like that it is. You understanding? So when you are in such a state where you are enjoying limitlessly, uninterruptedly, ahoitaki aprahiyata enjoyment. Indriya tripti, right? When you are in that state and somebody attacks you, it's like facing electricity problem in gated community. Huh? Have you seen? Most of the people live in gated community, right? How do people react when there is a power outage? Hmm? Can anybody share? How do people react?
WhatsApp messages,
Wording
lot
continuous
of noise.
Abusing the management committee. What nonsense are you doing? Why is the generator not started immediately? Where is the backup? Where is this? Where is that? Oh my God, I can't work. My internet is down. My this is down. My that is down. When I was living in Dilshuk Nagar or in Chaitanyapuri or in Santosh Nagar and many places in Hyderabad, it was not a gated community and power is to go. What would we do?
Maximum call electricity department actually.
Yeah, or you just light a candle.
ప్రభుజీ నోరు మూసుకుని పని చేసుకునేవాళ్ళం.
నోరు మూసుకొని మన పని మనం చేసుకునేవాళ్ళం. Just take one paper like this and do Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram. Over, finish. Right? That's it. But why are people so disturbed here? Why are they disturbed? Because their senses are made used to enjoyment. Right? So Prabhuji and Mataji, remember these comforts that we are giving to our children are going to make them suffer. Don't think you are giving them comfort. You're training them to suffer. Unfortunately, that is true. Unfortunately, that is true. But I know we want to show our money to our children. We want to show our opulence to our children. We want to show our wealth to our children. We want to show how great parents we are. We want to show, oh, I could do this for my children. I could do that for my children. Who do you think is more rich? Our ancestors. What is the, in material lines, what is the measurement for opulence? When do you say somebody is the most opulent person?
The person is very happy, Prabhu.
In a material way, yes, happiness comes. The person who has land and cows. If you read Bhagavatam, it's explained the richness of a person is counted by the amount of land he possesses and the number of cows he possesses. That is opulence. But now we think we are opulent by living in a big gated community, big flat, villa, jilla, whatever nonsense, that we think we are, but we are not opulent. And our ancestors, even though they had so much land, they could sell the land, right? They could sell the land and give all the comforts to their children. They never did that. They made their children plow the land. They made their children do agriculture. They never told their children, go to this country, that country. They said, stay here. Serve your parents. Serve your grandparents. Because only when you will serve your parents and grandparents will your children serve you. And you will be relieved from the horrible karma that you'll accumulate when you don't do these services. We are all given some responsibilities. But what do? Now we have created an environment, right? Where we are training our children to suffer. They're going to suffer. Don't think, your money or your opulences are going to keep your family happy. No, they cannot, Prabhu. This material world is designed to make them suffer. So by giving so many comforts to our children, it's like we putting them in Swargaloka. right? And when any reversal comes, you and me can sustain it, but our children can't. They can't. They will eventually. I mean, they will, but they'll suffer more. Whereas if you would have trained them, to go through a little austerity in their young age, right? To buy anything, they need to feel austerity. To eat anything, they need to feel a little austerity. To go anywhere, they need to feel a little austerity. Otherwise, how many of our children are taking city buses? Tell me. No. A time will come when something will happen wrong. It can happen wrong as per our karma. And now they have to go in city bus. You know how difficult it will be for them? That, Nana, so much sweat, Nana, so much rush, Nana, do something, Nana. I'll go in, I'll take a cab, I'll take a Ola. I can't go in the city bus. What? But can you go? Satyadev bro, they never heard of a city bus. That is how horrible we have made them. And we are also becoming like that. We are also becoming like that. I'm not saying voluntarily choose austerity, but at least train yourself in austerity. Na? Otherwise, what will happen? You cannot tolerate when the demons will attack. When the miseries come, when the problems come, you can't tolerate. You cannot, Prabhuji. You and me can. Because our parents did their duty. They did not sell their land and put us into AC rooms. They did not do that. They were very intelligent. But somewhere even they lost the track. When they saw us giving comforts to our children, they also got occupied by Maya now. They also, oh, you're nicely taking care of your children. But they don't realize that what they gave to us is the greatest wealth where we can take austerity, where we are ready to be attacked by demons and still we can sustain ourselves. Are you all following me, Prabhuji and Mataji? Any questions, comments?
Yes, Prabhu, following Prabhu.
Following Prabhuji, nowadays the children with all the facilities, they are not able to take any difficulty comes, they can't bear.
No gratitude, no gratitude. No gratitude. Why will they have gratitude? They'll feel that they're qualified. They'll feel that, oh, they're eligible to get this. Right? They'll ridicule you, Prabhuji. Once me and Balgun were discussing, what our children are going to do with you, Prabhujis and Matajis, mark today's day. 21st of July, 2025. Mark today's day. That, what I'm repeating from the senior Vaishnava is what I heard. You will be embarrassed, ridiculed, and insulted by your own kinsmen, by your own children, in your very house. Mark this. And you will start reading Bhagavatam with more realization. That will happen. But ఎవరికైతే నువ్వు ఎంత సుఖాలు ఇస్తున్నావు కదా, నేను చూసుకుంటున్నా, వాళ్ళు చాలా మంచి పెడుతున్నా, చదివిపిస్తున్నా, I'm giving them good education, I'm making them all comfortable, they're all set, I think I've covered everything. Those are the children who are going to make you feel that you are a useless insect in that house. Because they won't get anything that you are giving them now in future. They won't get that. You can't give forever, right? And they have their own karma, right? Prabhu, one technology change, artificial intelligence, has made 15,000 people jobless in Microsoft, I heard. 15,000
Yes,
people jobless. Huh? Do you
absolutely,
think one
Prabhu.
more technology change will not make all of us jobless? One war, this stupid mental country beside us, Pakistan. They'll throw one nuke on us and we throw one nuke back on them. And over, finish. One nuke, two nukes, three nukes, Russia throwing, America throwing. And it is explained in 1.5 hours is what it takes to take this planet back to, like a inception stage. 1.5 hours. What is the time now? 8 o'clock. 9:30. There is no internet. There is no association. There is no mobile. There is nothing except ashes on the planet. And then what will your children do? Then what will you do? They don't even know how to plant a seed. They don't even know how much and what time to plow, how much water to put for a plant to sprout. They have no connection with the reality of this world. That's how we have brought them up. All they know is a button. Where is that button? AC remote button. See, I'm holding. Lloyd AC. Teet. Ah, so nice. My father uh, is a big officer in a big company. He has bought this for me. Oh, nice. Ah, Haribo. I'm qualified, I'm studying in this international school. I know parents who are paying lakhs of fees for their children. Lakhs of fees. Thinking they are going to become intelligent and you are setting a wrong example. Anyway, everybody has their own learning. Everybody will learn. Prabhu, what to do? Prabhu, what to do now? You will know. You will know. Bhagavatam doesn't speak lies. It will tell you what you have done. Just little thing I'm telling you, Prabhuji. If you don't give spirituality to your children, don't bring them to satsangs, don't bring them to festivals, don't show them any austerity in life, then you are actually manufacturing misery for them. ఇప్పుడు బానే ఉంటారు. ఇప్పుడు బానే everything is going good. They're going in a car, coming back in a car, AC, DC, all office, nice. They'll also get good jobs. But when reversals will come, now they will curse you. They don't know how to curse whom, but they will literally feel, you cannot see them going through reversals. Yeah, heavenly planets, more suffering. Earth suffering, but heavenly planets, more suffering. Because they're qualified to enjoy and their demons are attacking. Hare Krishna. Text 5. Yeah, a fierce battle on the beach of the ocean of milk ensued between the demigods and the demons. The fighting was so terrible that simply hearing about it would make the hair on one's body stand on end. Text 6. Both parties in that fight were extremely angry at heart, and in enmity they beat one another with swords, arrows, and varieties of other weapons. Purport. There is small purport here. There are always two kinds of men in this universe, not only on this planet but also in the higher planetary systems. All the kings dominating planets like the sun and the moon also have enemies like Rahu. It is because of occasional attacks upon the sun and moon by Rahu that eclipses take place. The fighting between the demons and demigods is perpetual. It cannot be stopped unless intelligent persons from both sides take to Krishna consciousness. Hari Bol. Yeah. Jai Prabhupada. Unless both the sides take to Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the only solution. Krishna consciousness is the only solution for all of us to find any solace or happiness or satisfaction in this life, in this material world also. We have to be convinced on that. Text 7. The sounds of the conch shells, bungles, drums, berries, and thamaris, kettle drums, as well as the sounds made by elephants, horses, and soldiers who were both on chariots and on the foot are tumultuous. Text 8. On that battlefield, the charioteers fought with the opposing charioteers, the infantry soldiers with the opposing infantry, and the soldiers on horseback with opposing soldiers on horseback, and the soldiers on the backs of elephants with the enemy soldiers on elephants. In this way, the fighting took place between equals. See, at least they had some morals. In those yugas, they had some morals, whereby a strong person is fighting with a strong person. Not like a strong country is putting nuke bombs or ballistic missiles on a weak country who can't even defend themselves, or sending drones on each other. Huh? Responsible act, right? Sending drone. You are not even going there. You don't have the guts to cross the border and go and fight there, but you created technology that you can send there and kill people. And you think that karma will not come, you'll get more karma. Provision Mati, it is explained that if you die in the battlefield, you go to heaven. Whether you're on the right side or wrong side doesn't matter, because the act of doing a war for a cause and becoming selfless, sacrificing your body, is an act which will take you to heavenly planets. So both Pandavas and Kauravas, on both the sides battle, whoever died, of course, Kurukshetra, everybody back home went to back home, guarded. Acharya explained. But battlefield, they go back to uh, heavenly planets. Like um, Arjuna says that, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says that in Bhagavad Gita. But doing this war, Krishna says to Arjuna that if you don't do the war, it will create so much infamy on you. But if you do the war, at least you'll go to heavenly planets. Like that, Krishna says. Text 9. Some soldiers fought on the backs of the camels, some on the backs of elephants, some on asses, some on white-faced and red-faced monkeys, some on tigers, and some on lions. In this way, they all engaged in fighting. Text 10 to 12. O king, some soldiers fought on the back of vultures, eagles, ducks, hawks, and basa birds. Some fought on the backs of timingalas, which can devour huge whales. Some on the backs of sarabhas, some on buffalo, rhinoceroses, cows, bulls, jungle cows, and arunas. Others fought on the backs of jackals, rats, lizards, rabbits, human beings, goats, black deer, swans, and boars. In this way, mounted on animals of the water, land, and sky, including animals with deformed bodies, both armies faced each other and went forward. Wow, it's more graphic than any what is that series of movies children go to these days. English, we call that. They keep coming with part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, right? All different superheroes, characters jumping and fighting. I don't remember that series name. But this seems to be more interesting and graphic. You're going on birds and vultures and, wow. Text 13 to 15. O king, O descendant of Maharaj Pandu.
Avengers.
Yeah, Avenger series, right? Yeah, that's right. O king, O descendant of Maharaj Pandu, the soldiers of the demons and demigods and demons were decorated by canopies, colorful flags, and umbrellas with handles made of valuable jewels and pearls. They were further decorated by fans made of peacock feathers and by other fans also. The soldiers, their upper and lower garments waving in the breeze, naturally looked very beautiful, and in the light of glittering sunshine, their shields, ornaments, and sharp, clean weapons appeared dazzling. Thus, the ranks of soldiers seemed like two oceans with band of aquatics. Hare Krishna. So much. So this heavenly war. In heavenly planets, the war is happening. Text 16 to 18. Haribol. For that battle, the most celebrated commander-in-chief, Maharaj Bali Maharaj ki jai. Though he is on the side of demons, but he's a great devotee. So he's coming here on the side of demons to do the war. For that battle, the most celebrated commander-in-chief, Bali Maharaj, Maharaj Bali, son of Virochana, was seated on a wonderful airplane named Vaihayasha. O king, this beautifully decorated airplane had been manufactured by the demon Maya and was equipped with weapons for all types of combat. It was inconceivable and indescribable. Indeed, it was sometimes visible and sometimes not. Seated on this airplane under a beautifully protective umbrella and being fanned by the best of chamaras, Maharaj Bali, surrounded by his captains and commanders, appeared just like the moon rising in the evening, illuminating all directions. Holy cat technology, tha? Our current days, Rafale, whatever aircrafts, and people are buying from each other country, they're manufacturing. Do those pilots have people fanning them sitting beside? Look at this. This is the plane which has missiles on it, all weapons on it, and Bali Maharaj is sitting on that and attacking it. It's appearing, going in such a pace that it is appearing sometimes, disappearing sometimes, and some two people are sitting and fanning him when he's doing this. Hare Krishna. Text 19 to 24. Surrounding Maharaj Bali, uh, on all sides were commanders and captains of the demons sitting on their respective chariots. Among them were for the following demons. Now, the whole demoniac names are coming. Namochi, Sabara, Bana, Viprachiti, Ayo Mukha, Vimurdha, Kalanabha, Praheti, Heti, Ivvala, Shakuni, not Shakuni, Sakuni, Bhuta, Santapa, Vajra, Hamstra, Virochana, Hayagriva, Sanku Shira, Kapila, Megadundhubi, Taraka, Chakradrak, Sumbha, Nisumbha, Chamba, Utkala, Arishta, Arishtanemi, Tripuradhipa, Maya, the sons of Puloma, the Kaliyas, and Nivatakavacha. All these demons had been deprived of their share of nectar and had shared merely in the labor of churning the ocean. Now they fought against the demigods, and to encourage their armies, they made a tumultuous sound like the roaring of lions and blew loudly on conch shells. Balabhit, Lord Indra, upon seeing the situation of his ferocious rivals, became extremely angry. So fight is going on very, very loudly, right? Second, yeah. Text 25. Sitting on Airavata, an elephant who can go anywhere and who holds water and wine in reserve for showering, Lord Indra looked just like the sun rising from Udayagiri, uh, where there are reservoirs of water. So purport Prabhupada is saying, short purport, on the top of the mountain called Udayagiri are large lakes from which water continuously pours in waterfalls. Similarly, Indra's carrier Airavata holds water and wine in reserve and showers it in the direction of Lord Indra. Thus, Indra, heaven, king of the heaven, sitting on the back of Airavata, appeared like the brilliant sun rising from Udayagiri. Haribol. Text 26. Surrounding Lord Indra, king of the heaven, were the demigods seated on various types of vehicles and decorated with flags and weapons. Present among them were Vasu, Agni, Varuna, and other rulers of various planets, along with their associates. So Indra also is bringing all his devatas. He is the king of the devatas, right? Koti devatas. So he has a big army. So he's calling Agni ji, please come. Varuna ji, please come. Let us shoot these fellows. They are really coming and attacking us. Text 27. The demigods and demons came before each other and reproached one another with words piercing to the heart. Then they drew near and began fighting face to face in pain. So first they will abuse each other. You useless fellow, you're good for nothing. I beated you last time. What guts, what face do you have to again come? Come on, come and attack me. I'll take care of you. You will always get beaten by me. All that abuse they'll do. And then they will say, okay, now we are ready to fight. So then they'll go and fight. Hare Krishna. So text 28. O king, Maharaj Bali fought with Indra, Kartikeya with Taraka, Varuna and Heti, and Mitra with Praheti. Text 29. Yamaraj fought with Kalanabha, Vishwakarma with Maya Danava, Twastha with Sambhara, and the sun god with Virochana. So everybody have their chosen their partners with whom they are going to fight. Text 30-31. The demigod Aparajita fought with Namochi, and the two Ashwini Kumara brothers fought with Prasa Parva. The sun god fought with 100 sons of Maharaj Bali, headed by Bana, And the moon god fought with Rahu. The demigod controlling air fought with Puloma, and Sumbha and Nisumbha fought with the supremely powerful material energy Durga Devi, who is called Bhadrakali. Even Kalima is involved in the fight. Can you imagine? And who are fighting with Kalima? Sumbha and Nisumbha. Text 32 to 34. Huh? Somadi is saying, Prabhuji, Virochana means loose motion. Yeah, loose motion. Virochana అయింది. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Text 32 to 34. O Maharaj Parikshit, suppressor of enemies, uh, Arindama, Lord Shiva, fought with Jamba and Vibha, Vibhavasu, fought with Mahisasura. Ailava, along with his brother Vatapi, fought the sons of Lord Brahma. Durmarsa fought with Cupid, the demon Utkala with the Matrika, demigoddess. Brahaspati with Shukracharya. Brahaspati is fighting Shukracharya. My God, gurus are also fighting. And Sanaischara, Saturn with Narakasura. The Maruts fought Nivata Kavacha. The Vasus fought the Kalakeya demons. The Vishwadeva demigods fought with the Pauloma demons. Pauloma demons. Okay. Because I saw that gated community, Pulomi. No, no, just kidding. And the Rudras fought the Krodavasa demons who were victims of anger. Text 35. Shilpa Mataji, I don't know why you chose this chapter for me. It's full fighting only from morning till evening. Okay, we'll try to finish the fighting on Monday morning. Text 35. All the demigods and demons assembled on the battlefield with a fighting spirit and attacked one another with great strength, all of them desiring victory. They fought in pairs, hitting one another severely with sharpened arrows, swords, and lances. Text 36. They severed one another's heads using weapons like busundis, chakras, clubs, ristis, patisas, shaktis, ulmukas, prasas, paraswadhas, nistrimsas, lances, parighas, mudgaras, and bhindi palas. What did I just read? They severed one another's heads using the weapons. So these are all weapon names, huh? All weapon names. Hare Krishna. Try to put them in Amazon and see if you can find them. Parigas, Mudguras, and BP. You never know. Amazon sells everything now. Even weapons it will sell. Text 37. The elephants, horses, chariots, charioteers, infantry soldiers, and various kinds of carriers, along with their riders, were smashed to pieces. The arms, thighs, necks, legs, and legs of the soldiers were severed, and the flags, bows, armors, and ornaments were all torn apart. My God, so gory, right? I mean, like limbs are taken apart. Text 38. Because of the impact on the ground of the legs of the demons and demigods and the wheels of the chariots, particles of dust flew violently into the sky and made a dust cloud and covered all directions of the outer space as far as the sun. But the particles of dust were followed by drops of blood which sprinkled all over the space. The dust cloud could no longer float in the sky. Can you imagine what is happening here? The, the battle was so fierce, the blood was sprinkling, and it went all the way into the sky, and sky was filled with the drops and sprinklets of blood and dust of the ground, and it was completely covering the whole sky that they could not see sunlight. My God, unimaginable. Now Prabhupada here took an opportunity to give a lesson to the scientists in the purport. The cloud of dust covered the entire horizon, but when drops of blood sprayed up as far as the sun, the dust cloud could no longer float in the sky. A point to be observed here is that although the blood is stated to have reached the sun, it is not stated they have reached the moon. Apparently, thereafter, as stated elsewhere in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the sun, not the moon, is the planet nearest to the earth. We have already discussed this point in many places. The sun is first, and then the moon. Uh, then Mars, Jupiter, and so on. The sun is supposed to be 9 crore 30 lakh miles above the surface of Earth. And from the Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand that the moon is 16 lakh miles above the sun. Therefore, the distance between the Earth and the moon would be about 9.5 crore miles. So, if a space capsule were traveling at a speed of 18,000 miles per hour, how could it reach the moon in 4 days at that speed? Going to the moon would take at least 7 months. That a space capsule on a moon excursion has reached the moon in 4 days is therefore impossible. So Prabhupada is directly attacking the American boys and girls who are sitting in front of him who claimed that they've gone to the moon. And Prabhupada is saying Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't approve. In fact, Projan Mother, you mean recently there was a moon landing, right? It may not be moon, it might be Rahu planet in between. You never know what they have landed on, right? Yeah, we have seen it on TV. Yeah, something they landed on. But Prabhupada many times told that the moon is a heavenly planet and we cannot enter it unless we have access. And access is not given because we have some turbines of fuel to, flow us to that planet and you can land there. It can be any other plan which appears like moon, but the moon that we see in the sky and the planet that we landed on, like Rahu comes many times in between us and the moon, different explanations. So this is where many people, many American boys, they also left ISKCON when they heard this from Prabhupada. Prabhupada was very strong because moon landing happened when Prabhupada was in America. And Prabhupada clearly told, no, they did not land on moon. But Prabhupada, they are showing in TV. You can see. Swamiji, you are being very ritualistic. You're telling that it is not true, but it is true here. Can't you see? Then Prabhupada said, even if they land with whatever technology, the technology used to be there even in the past. The people could go to different planets. Maybe they could go, but they would not see anything because they can't see anything with these material eyes on a different planet. The access to see and experience the resource of the planet is only given to the people of that planet, right? So they cannot see. So Prabhupada is putting it very clarifyingly in the purport. Prabhuji's science can keep telling us, what are the new facts they discovered, which is true. But the facts mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam are beyond the capacity of current science to see. I'm not saying current science is wrong, but they're not completely right, right? So they will reach the completely right situation eventually at a point of time where they will see, oh my God, no, yeah, actually what we landed is a different planet. The whole way we are looking at galaxy is different. Because how did we all learn about all this solar system? We saw in the textbook, right? The same diagram, right? One Earth, and there are 9 planets, and there is a whole circular motion, and Saturn looks like this, Jupiter looks like this, size look like this. YouTube videos we have seen. That's all, and we are so proud that it is true because somebody has seen in the telescope. Did you see in the telescope? Did you experience it? Did you actually spend? How much time did you spend to see the galaxy and to understand the weight? We have none of us have done anything, but we blindly believe the scientists. But we are not ready to believe the words of an acharya. We are not ready to believe the words of Bhagavatam. See, this is where the faith comes in. And many people left the movement. Prabhupada looked at them and said they were anyway not faithful to stay here. So Prabhupada, being such an intelligent Shakti avatar himself, empowered soul, is coming and telling that moon is farther than sun, and that is true. Text 39. In the course of the battle, of course, it doesn't mean that you just believe any scripture, anything like that. Some people say there is one scripture which one very peaceful religion, so-called, they believe. They say the earth is flat. That is complete dumbness. You can literally see it from aeroplane also. What to speak of going into the space? But still they believe. So many, kind of scriptures are there, which are human written or with agenda driven, and they are misleading. But Srimad Bhagavatam is not like that. Bhagavad Gita is not like that. All Upanishads are not like that. They're beyond time and space, right? So we should understand that scriptural knowledge coming in the right parampara, evam parampara praptam, is the authentic knowledge. Hare Krishna. Text 39. In the course of the battlefield, the war field became strewn with the severed heads of the heroes. Their eyes still staring, and their teeth still pressed against their lips in anger. Helmets and earrings were shattered from these severed heads. Similarly, many arms decorated with ornaments and clutching various weapons were strewn here and there, and were many legs and thighs which resembled the trunks of elephants. Gory. Bhagavatam, just imagine Sukadeva Goswami sitting along with, uh, you know, Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is just few days away to leave his body, and just maybe, you're in eighth canto. I'm just guessing. Maybe he's on the fourth day of the 7 days, something like that, right? So he's still hearing all this war, gory explanation. Text 40. Text 40. Many headless trunks were generated on the battlefield with the weapons in their arms, those ghostly trunks, which could see with the eyes in the fallen heads, attacked the enemy soldiers. Very bold. Text 41. Bali Maharaj then attacked Indra with 10 arrows and attacked Airavata, Indra's carrier. One second. Yeah. Indra's carrier elephant with 3 arrows. With 4 arrows, he attacked the 4 horsemen guarding Airavata's legs, and with 1 arrow, he attacked the driver of the elephant. The word Vahan refers to the soldiers on horseback who protected the legs of the carrier elephants. According to the system of military arrangement, the legs of the elephant bearing the commander were also protected. Purport. Text 42. Before Bali Maharaj's arrows could reach him, Indra, king of the heaven, who is expert in dealing with arrows, smiled and counteracted with arrows of another type, known as the Balla, which were extremely sharp. Phala, sorry, Balla, Phala. Yes, text 43. When Bali Maharaj saw the expert military activities of Indra, he could not restrain his anger. Thus, he took up another weapon known as Shakti, which blazed like a great firebrand. But Indra cut that weapon to pieces while it was still in Bali's hands. Text 44. Thereafter, one by one, Bali Maharaj used a lance, prasa, tomara, ristis, and other weapons. But whatever weapons he took up, Indra immediately cut them to pieces. Battlefield. Text 45. My dear king, Bali Maharaj then disappeared and resorted to demoniac illusions. Now here is the Dhanava, Shakti. They get these mystic powers. A great mountain generated from illusion, they then appeared above the heads of the demigod soldiers. Text 46. From that mountain fell trees blazing in a forest fire. Chips of stones with sharp edges like picks also fell and smashed the heads of the demigod soldiers. Can you imagine the uh, weapons here? Throwing ballistic missile is one level. Throwing an entire mountain. Hare Krishna. What kind of technology, was used that time? Just imagine there is a mountain near your house, and suddenly the mountain goes in the sky and falls on your house. And not just mountain carries everything with it, right? All the trees, the trunks, the rocks, they all fall, and people die. Text 47. Scorpions, large snakes, and many other poisonous animals, as well as lions, tigers, boars, and great elephants, all began falling upon the demigod soldiers, crushing everything. So full attack, demoniac attack is happening. 48. Oh my, oh my king, many hundreds of males and female carnivorous demons, completely naked, and carrying tridents in their hands, then appeared, crying the slogans, "Cut them to pieces, pierce them!" Like that, they're shouting. 649. Fierce clouds, harassed by strong wind, then appeared in the sky, rumbling very gravely with the sound of thunder, then began to shower live coals. Coal, was being hot, coal was being thrown. Text 50. A great devastating fire created by Bali Maharaj began burning all the soldiers of the demigods. This fire, accompanied by blasting winds, seemed as terrible as the Samavartaka fire, which appears at the time of dissolution. Text 51. Thereafter, whirlpools of sea waves, agitated by fierce blasts of wind, appeared everywhere before everyone's vision in a furious flood. Text 52. While this magical atmosphere in the fight was being created by the invisible demons, who were experts in such illusions, the soldiers of the demigods became demigods. They are scared now. The attack is beyond their capacity to handle. Text 53. Now comes the pinnacle. Haribol, Haribol. 53. O king. Who is telling this? Sukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj. O king, when the demigods could find no other way to counteract the activities of the demons, who wholeheartedly meditated upon Supreme Personality of Godhead, the creator of the universe, who then immediately appeared. See, this is the difference between demigods and demons, right? Devatas, they always depend on the Supreme Lord. Ultimately, Krishna is there to protect everyone. Rakhe Krishna mare koi, mare Krishna rakhe koi. Text 54. So what did Krishna do? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose eyes resemble the petals of a newly blossomed lotus, sat on the back of Garuda, spreading his lotus feet over Garuda's shoulders. Just imagine, Garuda is like this, and Krishna is sitting behind, and his feet is on the wings, on the shoulders of Garuda. Dressed in yellow, decorated with Kaustuba gem, and the goddess of fortune, and wearing an invaluable helmet and earrings, the Supreme Lord, holding various weapons in his 8 hands, became visible to the demigods. Devatas must be Hari Bol Agya. Our greatest, warrior, or a greatest savior rather, has come. Text 55. As the dangers of a dream cease when the dreamer awakens, the illusions created by the jugglery of the demons were vanquished by the transcendental prowess of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as soon as he entered the battlefield. Indeed, simply by remembrance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one becomes free from all danger. Very bold. Text 56. O king, when the demon Kalanemi, who was carried by a lion, saw that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, carried by Garuda, was on the battlefield, the demon immediately took his trident, whirled it, and discharged it at Garuda's head. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, the master of the 3 worlds, immediately caught the trident, and with the very same weapon, he killed the enemy, Kalanemi, along with his carrier, the lion. Right. So just imagine the audacity. They will even attack God. Like I was telling, right? The Rath Yatra was going, those foolish idiots, like really crooked people. They were throwing eggs. They were throwing eggs at Jagannath. Prabhuji and Mataji, can you imagine? What did Krishna do here? Kalaneni threw a big trident on Krishna, and what did Krishna do? He used the same trident to kill the Kalaneni. He just reversed it back. The people who throwed eggs on Jagannath will take birth in those eggs for eternity. Because that's what they throw, right? Krishna is going to use the same eggs to throw it back on them. And they are also his children. But what to do? They are so much in ignorance, right? They will take birth like eggs in a stool of a worm. They'll become eggs of a bird. They'll become eggs of 30 insects. And they will keep taking birth like that. Because what did you do? Can you all imagine the horrible sin they have done by throwing eggs? And the amount of pain they gave to the mother of those eggs. They took over those eggs and thrown it. Eating eggs is one level. Anyway, you will take birth. You'll have abortions in next life. Karma explains. But what to speak of throwing it on God and devotees? Devotees, brahmacharis, sannyasis, devotees who are practicing spiritual life. Somebody throws egg on them. Oh my God, how horrible can it be?
There was one more video yesterday, Prabhuji, which we have seen. A black person went to Govinda's in London with a full bucket of KFC chicken, and he was offering all the devotees there. You want to have? You want to have?
Yeah, we were discussing that just in the beginning of the chapter. We were discussing that. Yeah, it can only, just imagine it's only getting worse. It will only become worse. In your gated community also, it will start all the nonsense. You know, the other day what happened? I was not sure whether to share or not, but we order this Amazon, Swiggy, Duggy, whatever you keep ordering. Some fellow ordered meat and he gave my house address, right? So it was delivered and my maid brought that and kept it inside the house. We didn't even know because somebody knocks the door, keeps a package. We keep ordering so many nonsense, unnecessary things or necessary thing, whatever it is. Continuous ordering. My maid thought, okay, something my wife would have ordered or somebody ordered. It came to the house. She brought the packet. She kept it in the house. Then later, after some time, my wife saw, oh, some parcel has come. She opened. It was meat inside. Ah, Krishna. Just imagine how karma is getting transported. Like, oh my God, what is this? You know, somebody ordered. Can you think of ordering like that? Meat? It's a living entity's body. Just going like parcel. And you think that no karma will come. My God. We just kept it outside and felt very miserable. Never it entered our house, you know. Anyway, in this regard, Srila Madhvacharya says, Kalanemi and all the other demons were killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari. And when Shukracharya, their spiritual master, brought them back to life, they were again killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See the power, you know. Shukracharya, personality of Godhead, is killing them, and he has given the power to bring people to life to Shukracharya, and is bringing them back, the demons. And again, Krishna is killing them. Don't think Krishna is going through austerity of killing again and again. He wants, he can kill anybody anytime, but this past him, you know, Leela. Text 57, the last one. Thereafter, two very powerful demons named Mali and Sumali were killed by the Supreme Lord, who severed their heads with his disc. Then Malyavan, another demon, attacked the Lord. With his sharp club, the demon, who was roaring like a lion, attacked Garuda, the Lord of the birds, who are born from eggs. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original person, used his disc to cut off the head of that enemy also. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 8th canto, 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Battle Between the Demigods and the Demon. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Battlefield between Devatas and Asuras ki jai. And what did we learn out of this ki jai? We learned that, you know, the battlefield is already going on in our life. And like the Devatas took shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we all one day have to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, all the best, Prabhus and Matajis. You have read Bhagavatam on Ekadashi day on a Monday. So, there is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, don't get fried. Stay alive. Stay active. Chant your rounds. Try to give as much time for Krishna consciousness. Serve Krishna, serve devotees. Nitai Gaur Hari Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Grantha ki jai. All assembled devotees ki jai. Hare Krishna. So any comments before we all disperse, or we are good? It's already 8:46.
స్టోరీ బాగా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ పొజిషన్ లో ఆగిపోయింది బ్రో, సస్పెన్స్ గా ఉంది.
ఇంకా సస్పెన్సే ఉంది. తోవిండ్రు పట్టుకొని ఒకరినొకరు.
ఆ తర్వాత ఏమైందో ఓకే దేవదానిగా ఇట్ బికమ్స్ మోర్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్. మేబీ వీ షుడ్ రీడ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ 12.
Shilpa Mataji will decide who will continue the battle.
ఓకే బ్రో, హరే కృష్ణ.
Hare Krishna. So, Provision Matajis, like I said, you know, like I said in the beginning, this battlefield is there even today. It is happening even today between our mind and our false ego. We should prepare ourselves with good sadhana. Sadhana should not be compromised, and good association. Don't leave association at any cost. Treat every satsang as your greatest chemotherapy to save you from the cancerous cell of Maya. Right? So, Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat